everybody. Welcome back to Just Keep Parenting. Happy to have you here today. Hoping that if you know somebody in your life that could use some songs, some words of wisdom about children, or ideas that you can use with children, I hope you'll pass Just Keep Parenting along to them, and appreciate the shares. Today, I want to give you 5 more ideas that you can do either now or in the summer at some point. But one of the things that we could do, and very applicable during our COVID time, is to help your child write a letter to someone who's far away, right? And if your child doesn't need help writing a letter, then they could write a letter. But you could do this as a family. You could do this as a writing activity. But helping them, it depends on kind of what your focus is. Do you want them to work on their handwriting? If that's the case, then you can write it for them and they copy it, right? If you want them to work on their phonetics, then the best way to do that is to help them stretch the words, right? So, dear, d-ear, dear. What do you hear in that, right? Ear, right? So helping them stretch those sounds. And dear may look like D-E-R, depending on the age of the child, right? But remember, you're focusing on the sounds and not the spelling, right? Not the handwriting piece, not the spelling of it. Because it depends on the age of the child. But 5 years old, 6 years old, they're not going to have a lot of vowel exposure or understanding yet. And so helping them start to put sounds to what they're hearing, right? So helping them stretch that out. Doesn't need to be a long letter, but helping them to write a letter to someone that they love, someone that's far away. And in today's COVID world, it may not be far away. It may be on the other side of the city, but nonetheless, somebody who's far away. The next idea that you could do is to make ants on a log for a snack. You could do this as a following directions activity, right? So you write down the first step and the second step and the third step. You could also just do it as a together activity, right? Let's go make a snack together. If you're not familiar with ants on a log, it's celery cut into, 3 2-inch pieces. And then it's peanut butter inside of the boat. And then you can put marshmallows on it, little mini marshmallows, or raisins. The raisins are the ant part on the log. So kind of a fun, healthy snack for the kids to make, for the kids to eat. Maybe they could take it to some of their neighbors and share it physically distancing with them. So make ants on a log is the second idea. The third idea is to count 50, right? Whether they're just rote counting, which is just counting out loud, or whether they're one-to-one counting, which is counting things. Usually our rote counting can go further than our one-to-one correspondence counting. And so as an adult in a child's life, right, our job is to be encouraging to them rather than frustrated when they can't count as high one way or the other. That's normal for them, normal for our brain development. So if they can count higher than 50 at this point, shoot, set a goal, right? Have them set a goal and see how far they can count today. If you need to have that conversation with them about nines, right? What happens? You've got 49. So what's after 4 and 9? Yeah, so 5 and back to 0, right? 50. So helping them make those connections in their brain will be helpful, because that 9 to 0 is a hump for some of them, and it'll take them just a few times to figure that out, and they may take a step back, but pretty soon they'll just be going forward with that. So count to 50 or set a goal for a different number. The fourth one is to make a clock out of a paper plate, right? Look at a clock and write the numbers in the same places. So helping them there again with number knowledge, as well as writing numbers, as well as making some connections to clocks. So many times we just look at our digitals, right? And it tells us that it's 12:10. But if you have something in your home like this. This is a little hard for kids to understand. Hello, let me do it this way. How about, there we go. You probably won't be able to see it very well. But I have a friend's clock. And so at each number, there is a picture of a friend. That's obviously not going to work for 4 and 5, 6-year-old children. But you can even find a clock on the internet if you don't have any in your home, if you're all based on digital at this point. So make a clock with them, help them understand, right, how the numbers start and then how they go around clockwise. We could also talk about that as we're making a clock. What does clockwise mean? And then the last one that I have to share today is look at the weekend weather, right? If you get the newspaper, you can do it that way. If you've got the internet, show them how to do it. Most of us have phones in this day and age that they could look it up, and show them how to press the button to find the weather, right, for the weekend. And talk about the weather and talk about what those little pictures, icons mean as far as the percent, right? It's going to be sunny, it's going to be cloudy. There's rain icons. There might be thunderstorm icons on there. So helping them figure that out with the weather. There's 5 ideas to keep their minds on, right? If we have our hands on, our minds are on. So go forward and make a difference today in your child's life, in your life, in others' lives. Anyway, if you're looking for some other ideas, there's lots of ideas on Just Keep Parenting. Love you to share this if you feel so inclined to others who might need a little bit of 5-minute peace of mind. Anyway, thanks for visiting, and we'll chat with you later.